5th level spell.
It has been 3 months since we have last checked in with the party. Nothing much has changed as far as anything of importance. A lot of training has happened as they have traveled through the dimensions or through into the pocket space and dimension that is the Flaris Academy. Large obelisks signifying different schools of magic float above and hover in a haphazard pattern of almost this organized chaos as they dance, these obelisks dance around themselves. There is 8 of these obelisks that float, one signifying each school of magic that is trained and taught here in the Flaris Academy. There's a residence hall as well in various of these obelisks. There is at least an entrance in all of these obelisks to a different pocket space that holds the halls of residency. A lot of the faculty is here, and a lot of the students as well. Our party, Varsha, Ty, Jet, and Smith, have all found their own quarters within the last 3 months that they have been here. Ty, still here, though an eagerness to leave, both for his own past as well as a potential protection of a future of a town that he has grown to enjoy, Blue Falls. But it is late one evening. The moon of Hearth has already sunk past the western horizon. Geoloon, or at least the projection of Geoloon in this dimension of Flaris Academy, is nowhere to be seen. These stars above speckle the night sky. The aurora of Hearth and the Spellwind just pulse and dance as well in the night sky. The residence hall here, or at least the space that they call for residency, does have a skylight of sorts. Chicken wired with runes and old magic that seems to, you can peer through it, and it protects from weather as well as gives you a beautiful vista of the night sky and the constellations above. The camera turns from the night sky down to Ty. On his back, resting in the bed. There's also a knock on the door.
What? It's me. All right. Can I come in? Yeah, well, you're afraid of a door.
I have some good news for you.
That makes a change.
I figured out how to get you back to Blue Falls.
Right. How many hoops do I have to jump through for these fucking wizards?
Well, just the one, really.
All right.
Kind of a literal one. It's teleportation circle. Similar to the one that we came through to get here. I need to know I need to decipher some things about each location that the circle connects to, but I can do it.
All right, when?
Whenever you feel ready.
ain't got nothing on.
Do you want to... You want to leave right now?
I suppose I should probably say my byes to Jet, Martha, Varsha. But yeah. Been sitting around doing nothing for fucking months.
Right?
You lot seem to be having fun. Learning all your new tricks.
It's different, I'll tell you that.
Think it's going to be useful?
I think so.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. I think, well, I can't speak for everyone else, but for myself, it's given me a little insight into things. Insight into, into a world that I didn't really know much about, at least from this side, this perspective. Anyway.
Yeah. You're, are you going to settle down, become a farmer?
I don't think that's in the cards for me, Ty.
Anything's possible, ain't it?
No.
So you don't want to be happy, or you just deny it for yourself?
Ty, when we were in Blue Falls, I tried. I did. And the moment that I did, the moment that I let myself feel like that, I was attacked. Not directly, but I got other people hurt. They were after me. You think if I just became a farmer somewhere, somebody wouldn't recognize me? Somebody wouldn't tell someone from the Sworn? And then what? I go on the run. They kill people that I might have known as a farmer. Maybe anybody that I did any business with, tried to sell crops to. It's never been my life, and it never will be.
Could have just said that you're going to deny it for yourself. Sounds like a load of excuses to me, Smith.
Call it what you want, Ty. I'm just a realist.
All right.
What about you?
What are we doing? Hey?
What about you?
Expect
Going
me to
back
become
to...
a farmer.
Why not?
There's this old man who used to teach me how to fight a little bit. Not Lorcan or one of them nutters. He said to me that the purpose of life ain't to be happy. It's to be useful. At first I thought, well, that sounds exactly like Lorcan, right? What a fucking God King, using us all like tools to achieve some sort of egotistical end. I don't see why you can't be both. You can be happy and useful.
Farming's
Be
useful.
honourable. Yeah. And so is delivering justice to those who deserve it.
What if Blue Falls is gone when you go back?
I ain't going back for Blue Falls. I ain't settling down. There's people there that need help. And there's people there that need a dry slap. Can't do nothing here. Varsha don't need me. Jet don't need me. You definitely don't need me. There's a bunch of kids out there. Ain't got no one showing them where to go or stopping someone from snatching them up off the fucking roadway. I'd rather be useful. Have it make some sort of difference. I lived.
Fair enough.
Sitting around here, it ain't no good. I don't want to cut nothing no more. And that means people or wheat. Varsha needs to do something else, but what she wanted to do was make sure no more little Varshas were made, you know? Maybe I can do that.
Why don't you just take the night, say your goodbyes?
Do I need to do anything for this spell? Kneel by mouth, you know? Drink only lemon juice or something, I don't know.
Sure, do all that.
All right.
You don't have to do any of that stuff.
Is this above board or not? This lot, they're going to give me grief.
The only thing they care about is educating people about magic. I found out how to do it. It's good enough for them. What I do with it is my choice.
Okay.
This decision is your choice. I can't tell you what to do or where to go. You're not under my command. We'll say one thing, though. Regardless of what anybody tells you, Lorcan or anyone else, you're a good soldier. One other thing. I managed to decipher this, the magic to get to Blue Falls, but, with all of the craziness that they've got going on with the upflow and all that, I have to admit I don't know how it's going to react to all the magic. The divine essence or whatever it was that they were talking about in relation to gods or divinity. I don't know how any of that's going to play into anything.
Yeah, just get me back to the mainland. I'll figure out the rest. I ain't afraid of no gods.
Well, it doesn't really work like that. I have to make a starting point and destination. And the only one that I've got deciphered is Blue Falls and Flaris. So it's not like I can just send you anywhere.
Okay. I don't mind. Listen, if I show up at the other end and things get a bit wobbly, I'll figure it out.
All right. Well, give you some time tonight to say your goodbyes, and you can plan to do this in the morning, I guess.
Yeah, all right. This might be the first time I've ever actually done something for myself, by myself, my own choice. Like ever.
I got
Everything
that
you're
feeling.
doing, you and me, Varsha, we're all the fucking same, right? You doing all this because you want to do it? Or out of some sort of obligation or guilt?
Probably a little bit of everything, if I'm honest. But I think there is a part of me that wants to do it for myself.
Good. That's good. All right. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah. Night.
Ty. The door closes, and you are left alone. The darkness in the room, only lit by a cycle of random color from the aurora above, peering through this web-like canopy. You see winged creatures fly overhead. Probably the closest you've seen to one of these before, in the 3 months you've been here. These wyverns have made their rounds a couple of times, but it's usually at night where they do fly over, much like a thunderstorm. Every once in a while, a group of them hunt together, and when they do, it is a little bit more cacophonous. It is perfectly safe, everybody says, but everyone always tends to go inside. But watching them fly overhead is unnerving for a moment. But probably the first time you've ever seen anything so close to dragon. Is that true? Have you been close to dragon kind before?
There's no way I've seen a dragon before.
Yeah, I didn't think so. How does this make you feel? It's
Well,
almost like a low-flying airplane. This wyverns glide overhead. An aurora just beyond it. I guess probably backlit by an aurora. What's going through your mind?
the first thing is I don't like dragons. Because dragons usually breathe fire, and I've never wanted to fucking see a dragon. Second of all, I don't think I know anything about these creatures, but at least they look fucking free. You know?
For a moment, I believe there's probably a knot of adrenaline that sort of strangles your stomach as you sort of see just the initial glimpse, but then as they fly by, you sort of, I guess, continue your thoughts, whatever they were.
I don't think much about them. Big free creatures. Don't know if they're thinking or not. They don't seem like they got any worries, you know. Beyond it, there's a fucking terrifying aurora. Don't like that neither.
It's probably a bit embellished here in Flaris Academy, or at least in this pocket dimension, or in this safe haven of the Spellwind. It's probably a bit embellished here, probably for just the reason of the spectacle of it. But
yeah, you call it a safe haven. Nothing safe about a Spellwind. I don't like it here. I hate it, actually. Can't wait to get out of it. Them things flying around nice and free. It's the opposite of how I feel. I feel like I'm in a fucking cage. Been trapped in here for 3 months.
does that have anything to do with how you've been treated here? Or is this
No.
just mainly just your own thoughts?
Everyone here is fine.
Yeah. It's just the feeling of a cage.
Yeah. I am desperate to get away from my own childhood. The way I was treated by Lorcan, wizards, forcing magic upon people, the fucking Spellwind.
As you start thinking these thoughts, as you're still sort of looking toward the aurora, now the wyverns way past have flown by now, but still probably lost just in the days of this pulsing aurora borealis, or whatever it may be, these northern lights that just sort of dance and twinkle here. And it's a nightly thing that happens in Hearth, but it is, depending on where you are, it is harder to see. But everywhere on Hearth, you can see some sort of aurora. The tapestry of colors behind or through this metallic wicker of the canopy that you are looking through starts to take shapes in various places. A face here, a hand there, a boat as well. Colors shift, so does the shape, as it creates a long ship with blowing sails. You watch, and it's almost like this projection, this tapestry of color, the night sky, the constellations, it seems like they're moving as well, trying to either at least highlight points and places of where you should look, almost like something's trying to tell you something. You,
Fine, what do you want?
as you look and say, fine, what do you want? The aurora, the spellwind, whatever it may be, this night sky starts to then morph and change faster now that you have sort of permitted it to. It starts to shape a place. The colors start to mute and start to disperse. What looks like to be fog. The blues sink below, and a midnight streak starts to then signify water as it starts to ripple and pulse, and waves start to then rock what looks like to be or what feels to be your consciousness as you start to then continue watching. You start to then feel the rocking of a boat. You then, the wicker lattice work that you are looking, the metallic lattice work that you're looking through at this aurora then starts to, at least in your mind, starts to then feel like you're looking through multi-paned glass, almost like on the back or the captain's quarters of the Longbow. You start to hear as well water, the sea lapping just outside the ship. You, or at least it seems like, you're in the Longbow. You look down, and just as they've always been, your hands are in a crimson cloak. Your long hair, wiry, white now. The wrinkles on your face show age, but also wisdom. There is a focused brow that is tightened at your forehead as you begin to sort of snap out of a daydream. You turn, Lorcan, and there's a familiar ogre that comes through the door.
Oi, Captain. Welcome.
Yes.
You're saying we got some land up ahead. Hornlight, you said. So where we going?
Very well.
Right.
Bring us to land.
All
The
right.
idea is where it is, Captain Buttocks.
Through the fog, it's hard to say, but we're trying our best to get through it. A couple of the guy above says he's got a little more of the crow's nest. Says he's got a little bit more view than we do down here. So, but we'll keep on moving forward. Hornlight is abandoned, you said, right? Free for the taking?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, it is abandoned.
Right. Very well.
Buttocks, do you remember what we ate for dinner?
I ate for dinner. We had those beans that you insisted on bringing. What was that? At least that I ate. Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember, of course.
Right. Want me to let the others know?
Very well.
Are you alright, Lorcan?
Yes. If you give me a moment, I'll get ready.
Alright. Well, we got some time. Take your time. We gotta get through this fog. It looks like it could get a bit choppy before we get there, so.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Very well. Give me a moment then.
Right. I will. You want me to go get your, you want me to go get Bill?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Yes, go get it. Go
Yeah,
and
all right. Very well. I'll go. Here we are.
You start to see as Captain Buttocks starts to do that waddle where he tries to turn, but he has to use a lot of his weight to then get that momentum to turn on his heel as he then, and then he starts to then swing himself around and make his way toward the door again. He almost seems annoyed because he just walked through the door and now he's got to go and try to squeeze through it again. This boat is not made for an ogre, but he does his best to navigate through it. He does call you captain sometimes, but everyone else calls him captain. It's just how he is, but he does try to then get through the door and make his way down. And moments later, your friend One-Eyed Bill does show up at the door.
In the moment between,
Yes.
can I find a mirror?
Yes, you can.
I scramble towards the mirror and look in it. What do I see?
You see Lorcan. looking in the
Fucking
mirror
hell,
as well
I
as you.
say.
Yeah, your mirror, the mirrored image is you looking worried back at yourself, at least for a moment. And you've got the crimson cloak that you've always sort of had. As you sort of, just as everything always was, Lorcan.
I don't feel right. Why do I not feel right?
You saying this out loud?
I say it out loud to the Spellwind, yes.
Okay. Have you ever spoken to the Spellwind before, Lorcan?
All the time, yes.
No reply. Safe to assume that Spellwind probably thought it was rhetorical.
I'm going to try and look for my trunk with my belongings in.
Sure.
There's a familiar looking kind of very, very old looking but sturdy, strong looking leather bound trunk with metallic capped edges, kind of a greenish color, worn. Open it up and I'm rummaging through it looking for my old pipe, which I haven't used in years. And I'm curious as to whether it's even in here.
Okay. Your old pipe. You then take a look and you start to scrounge through your belongings. And it's there.
Okay.
Says you left it.
As I pull the thing out, I turn it up to knock out any old ash or tobacco in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I start looking around for tobacco, which on one level I know is not here, and on another I hope just happens to be somewhere in this room.
You scramble to go find some tobacco. Make me an investigation with disadvantage.
From Ty's sheet?
Oh, I'm sorry. From this one. I just DM'd it to you in Discord.
Okay.
It would probably just be your wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and proficiency, so probably +6.
12.
You look through, and there is a sack, probably in your, like an old cloth sack in the bottom of your chest of the trunk that you have, and you pull it out, and it doesn't seem very heavy. It's pretty flimsy. You look inside. It does smell like tobacco, but inside there is maybe a pinch of dried, just a pinch of just dried, stale tobacco. Hasn't been used in years, you would say. Or long enough for it to become stale and dry.
That'll do. I take the
Of course it will.
tobacco, place it into the end of the pipe. Then, for the first time within the last few minutes, I just click my fingers and it lights in the pipe.
Okay. You get a couple drags out of it. It burns. Stings your lungs.
Yes, it does.
Like it is. It has been too long since you've smoked last.
Yes.
But your coughing, your burning cough subsides, and then so does also the glow of the tobacco that was once in it. It now
Yes, I
starts
feel
to
a little
then,
more like myself now. Of course.
then starts to turn to ash.
Mm. I tap the pipe and then put it in my pocket, the pocket of my robe. Stand up straight. Do a once around the room just to check everything's in order and everything's in place. Find my books, including my spell book, and then wait.
You tidy up the room, you grab your things, you grab your spell book as well. Your staff is over by the door. And just as you start to get comfortable, in walks One-Eyed Bill.
There he is, William.
So I nixed the gold, and they were none the wiser.
Hmm.
Hey there, Larkin.
William, why was you sent?
Sent?
Yes, Buttocks went to retrieve you.
That's why I'm here.
Right, well, we're almost there. I suppose you remember the plan.
Not really. I mean, you want to go over it again? I figure maybe I'm supposed to stab some people, maybe nick a few things here and there.
Yes. That's and the what resistance are we expecting to be stationed there?
Probably nothing too serious. You know, the usual. Few people not expecting us. Stupid.
Yeah. Very well. Then let's prepare to dock. I suppose it'll be chilly, so...
It is. As you have traveled up here towards the north, there is this wet cold. It also is accompanied by a fog that starts to gather towards the coastline. But yes, it is a wet cold, that one that just sort of seeps into your clothes, and it's just that uncomfortable. Dry cold is easy to manage, but that wet moisture is just annoying. And I think probably you have all felt that constant slight shiver as you've been here, as trying to find comfort is hard to do.
Did you sleep well?
Yeah, it's alright, I guess. Just, Bit fucking cold.
Yes, I suppose it is a little chilly. There's such an odd pain behind my eyes, like an itching.
An itching? You
I
got
think
some
perhaps,
fleas? Don't know where you got them from.
Yes, I can't imagine that anybody on this ship could have any fleas whatsoever.
You all right?
Yes, I rather slept deeply, but it's odd. I feel as though I've had no sleep at all.
I know that feeling.
God, I feel foggy. I shall be fine. How long before landfall?
Oh, probably not too long now. You should probably ask Bartus.
Right, very well. Yes, let's head on out. Let me gather my things now. My staff. We're getting older, William. I must say, we've been doing this a little too long.
Nothing else to do, though, is there?
Hopefully soon we'll be rid of that fucking God King.
I think we all look forward to that day.
One last push. Eh, old chap?
Sure. One,
This one will work out.
maybe.
Very well. Lead on then. Let's go see Buttocks. Prepare.
All right. Buttocks! Hey, Buttocks, when are we going to get there?
It's gonna be maybe 10 or so. Yeah, about 10 or so minutes, I think. It's what they say. How much we got longer? Alright, it's like 15 or so. Make up your mind, huh? Yeah, about 15, we should be cruising in soon now.
All right, have everyone prepare then.
Hey, you lads! Yeah, get everything ship-shape. Trim the sails and all that. Come on!
Sir, yes, sir. All right.
Lorcan, you peer over to through the fog, starts to split and show you the coastline of Hornlight. What you see before you, dotted, nestled into the fog clouds and into the coast, are ruins. Old stone town, it looks like. Not necessarily. You remember your time over in Eftoki with Ty and his friends, that there was a lot more of rubble that was being used. Here in Hornlight, though, it looks like this town just looks to be abandoned. There hasn't been. It looks like age may have taken out the populace, but also the buildings still stand, overgrowing with fog and withered trees, as well as vines that are trying to overtake some of the buildings here. There is a gradient of algae that stretches up from the foundations of these buildings, but that is far in the distance, just through the fog. It's exactly what you expected.
What did I expect?
You tell me, Lorcan.
I recall sending Red Devon north.
How long ago? He's back now.
What did he discover?
Red Devon, do you remember what you discovered?
Of course I do. Who wants to know?
I do.
Well, I'll be honest. Fuck all, really. Few fishermen. Not much else, really.
Then why are we at Hornlight?
I don't know. Well, we can't rightly use galfish no more, can we? But this place... Well, it's right for the taking, isn't it? It's got statues, a bit overgrown, but otherwise, you know.
Hornlight, you do know, was an old estate from a very pompous, rich mayor and a mayoral family that grew in popularity and also in military. They did their best to start to recognize all of their war heroes as they would come back on their adventures through discovery of what was up and down the spine. But through a horrible sickness, the town was abandoned.
Perfect.
Statues still remain. The buildings still remain.
Fantastic. Yeah, they won't be expecting that. I run a hand over the symbol on my robe. The Entente symbol, which is personalized to me. Made from the bones of some sort of large whale-like creature that I shaped into a spell a very long time ago when I was just a young man. Very well, yes.
Anything else?
Devon. Yes, yes.
What?
Any word from Ty and his rebel?
Word from Ty? I think so.
Yes, hesitate to wonder, but it seems as if they've dropped off the face of the planet.
So we've seen. I know. Is it time yet? To finally be useful? Aye, boats.
Yes. We'll head ashore and begin to set up.
So I tell you what.
What?
All this choppy weather's put me in the right mood for chopping something up. If you know what I mean.
Aren't you always in the mood of chopping something up?
That's my point.
Well, I don't know if there's going to be anything for you to chop up when we get there. We will have to discover ways back through the Spearway. We need to re-establish connections with Crowmore. Ensure that we can get back to Evervale without being seen.
Right. Well, I
It
grow
set us back,
impatient.
but- Right, well, if you're impatient, why don't you head into the throne room and kill the fucking king?
Gladly. Can I?
Well, haven't you been trying and failing all these years? Perhaps you should try a little harder.
Fuck right off, Lorcan.
Yeah, the one job you've had all this time.
Give me a reason. Go on.
You should be so lucky.
One of these days, your back won't be so protected.
My back is always protected.
That's exactly my point. One day.
Always is always. That's all time. That's every reality in every plane, every minuscule understanding that you can follow. There isn't a single situation in which turning against me works out well for you. And you know,
And that's why you're the boss, my lord.
I'm the captain.
Yeah, sure you are.
Well, I thought that would be a good way to come in. Hi, everybody. We're just right up ahead here. Look, it looks like I've been keeping my peepers out on my people, actually, out on the shore here, and we haven't seen shit for movement. I think you're right. We've got a good spot here.
Shit for movement.
That's right.
Well, not everything that can be seen with the eyes moves
Hey,
in the way that you understand
You
it.
poking fun?
Yeah.
There's more to this life than men and creatures and critters that you can see one eye or two.
My brother used to say that.
Well, I suppose I shall be sending, let me think, Devon ahead then, since he's so desperate to get himself into a fight he wants to fucking lose.
Ooh, a fight.
For a moment there, I thought you were speaking my language.
Well, maybe there's something you can fucking kill.
Let's
Land.
hope so.
Well, prepare yourself. Grab 2 others and you can make landfall first, and then William and I shall follow you with the rest. See if you can't find something to fucking kill and maybe eat.
All right. Okay.
Keep
Come on,
an
then,
eye out
you-
for anything shiny as well.
You'll do well not to keep any more eyes out. All right? Now come on, you king of the blind. Let's go.
I thought I was going with you, Lorky.
Yes. He sticks with me, Devon. Off you go.
On your own then. Come on, let's see how good you are.
Just you wait. Just you all fucking wait.
Short fucking leash on that one, as always. I do so fucking tire of keeping him at bay with a stern hand like a fucking dog.
Well, he likes to have his fun.
Arf, arf, arf. I heard that.
Some dogs never change.
That makes him more predictable, though, doesn't it?
Right.
Better get your shit together, Lorcan. Never seen you like this before.
It's the strangest thing.
You missing Ty?
No. That's, more than done with. He's made his fucking bed.
Rightfully so. Who'd have thought Ty would be with them sworn fuckwads? I would never have predicted it.
Yeah, it's not the first time he's run off. He'll learn his
Yeah,
lesson,
but
come
the
back with his
sworn?
tail between his legs.
You don't trust them, do you?
It's not even a question of trust at this point. I just need to let him have his fun and figure out that he thinks he's been doing all of this all by himself without the help of you or I. He'll get himself injured, he'll get himself hurt like he usually does, and he'll come sauntering back like he usually does. And I'll put him back to work, as I always have to. Until then, we need to figure out a fucking base of operations and get everything back up and running again before the fucking God King starts pushing back in a way that we can't handle. So, let's get ourselves situated, and I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah, I could eat too.
Let's see if we can't find ourselves something to eat. Should have brought some of the Galfish cookwives with us.
I like to bring a lot from Galfish.
Maybe we can head down to the Spearway. Maybe there are people there that can be hired for a time. Workers and the such.
Mercenaries?
Chefs
Or
with
just-
them.
Thought you were trying to get rid of us. You're not trying to get rid of us, are you?
Whatever would I do without you?
That's what I thought.
There are very many things I can do, but there are not many battles I can win, and certainly not the war, without the rest of you.
Is it really a war anymore?
Well, what would you suggest it was?
I don't know.
Of course it's a fucking war, William. It's always been a war. It's been a war before you or I were even born. It's a war for our freedom, and it's a war against tyranny.
Well, if you need anything stolen, you need anything stabbed, I'm your man.
Yeah, I need a war won. And don't you forget we're at war.
All right, Lorcan.
Do so hope you haven't lost your sense along with that eye.
I think I still got a pretty good head on my shoulders.
Right,
With or
well, so you
without the
don't lose
other
it.
eye.
We're doing this for everyone. We're doing this for my brother. We're doing this for your fucking dead brother. I should have you remember his fucking face next time you think whether we've won this war or lost it, or whether there's a war at all. We have to stop this fucking empire. And who else is going to do it? Do you honestly think anybody else is going to stand up in the way that we have?
No.
No.
No, nobody
War is the
have.
war. We're going to stop this fucking crusade. We're going to stop this fucking empire.
You just tell me where to go and what to do, and
Yes, ashore and find us fucking dinner.
fine. What would you prefer? Would you like a rabbit? Would you like some elk? How about a fine bit of squirrel?
How about a moment's silence?
Fine, fine. I can take a hint. Crotchety old bastard.
What's going on, Lorcan? Oh,
What's going on, Lorcan?
Hmm. What's going on is that we are, in fact, losing the war. We've lost our strongest point. And we have to rebuild from the fucking start again, and I'm getting too old for this shit, is what's going on. And there's something very wrong with me today, and I don't trust that something is scrying on me. What do you think? Do you think something is scrying on me?
Make me an insight with advantage. Actually, make me an arcana with advantage.
So one is a...
Mm-hmm. One is a 19.
Yes.
So math works. Okay. It's hard to say. You definitely... That was the best way to explain what you were feeling. But as you sort of sense the... You've been scryed on before, and you have scryed on people before. You know sort of the mechanics of the arcane that would go into it. It's like a master breaking down their craft. You would know the ingredients to create a scrying spell, or what would be in reality to create scrying. All of those hints and those things aren't present here, but you still have that feeling.
I'm limiting my thoughts.
Which makes sense to the silence and the pondering. Trying to hide something. Okay. That discomfort that a lot of us we don't get to see from Larkin.
And I wonder if I have anything that's worth at least 5,000 gold pieces. I'm guessing not. So I'm just going to head out of my cabin quarters and onto the deck and take a look at this new shithole.
Yeah. Great way to put it. As you go out, look through the fog, and you just start to see three figures, actually. Three figures just starting to make their way via rowboat over toward the coast. One of them, Red Devon. One of them is One-Eyed Bill. Another is Rue, one of the younger pirates that you have commissioned to take on, being a part of an agent of the Entente, and the other one is Sufana, another of the Entente scouts. As they make their way across this water right over to the shore. And right there is where we start to see, and we swap scenes, as we start to pick up from in Hornlight, on the coast of Hornlight, with Red Devon, and now joining One-Eyed Bill.
Oh, I hate this place already.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Hate the cold.
Oh, it is a bit cold, I guess. Just make a fire. Probably plenty of good hunting.
Right, well, I don't make a fire, do I? Because otherwise we might be seen, might we?
Oh, right.
I haven't seen shit yet.
Yeah, I'll have a look around and get some food. I'm eager to see what they've got.
I don't even know if I've seen anything like a
critter or an animal or anything. I don't even... No bugs?
Doesn't surprise me. Some of them would have fucked off down south a long time ago.
Yeah. Too cold.
Right. DM, do I see anything? Animal droppings, tracks, anything?
Make me an investigation.
An investigation, alright. That would be a 1d20 plus,
Sorry.
that's
They gave
alright.
out separate sheets today.
Right,
Because
plus
of-
4.
Yeah, you would have you'd have a proficiency.
Well,
Use your best judgment.
fat lot of good that did. I got an 8.
Yeah, you see an old dock seems to be washed and warped through time as you start to make your way up past the docks. Trees seem to overgrow and start to then overtake this area and this coastline. But the dock does transition into cobblestones that were once walked by, of course, the denizens from Hornlight. As you continue going, eastward, off of the shoreline, this causeway of cobblestones continue through this dense, lush, cold forest. You do see pocked along the sides of this walkway are various statues, overgrown as well.
Alright.
Various sizes, various creatures. You see everything.
Statues of what?
You see everything from griffins to humanoids, and also humans riding griffins.
Alright, well, I'll
Some-
stab a human.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a hit thing.
Alright.
Actually, no, you just hit. Yeah, so you go ahead and you stab. Tink.
Okay.
13. Yeah, you go ahead and you stab this not moving object. I just want to see if you broke your dagger. And yeah, it does exactly what you think it would.
I've got a spare for testing things.
Take
Obviously.
things like this, obviously. As you continue down, give me perception checks, the two of you.
Alright. That would be 1d20 plus 2, I guess, right? My intelligence modifier.
It's a wisdom modifier.
Wisdom, yep, plus your proficiency, so 2.
Right. Okay. So 8.
3 for me.
I
only got the one eye.
yeah. The
Well, half everything you do with investigation, obviously.
Yeah, just half it all. Sufana goes, hey, whoa! What are you doing? As she reacts to you cutting or stabbing this stone statue.
What does it look like I'm doing? And I kick away from it.
Yeah, did you see that?
See what?
No, it looked like it moved or something.
Where? I try and follow her gaze.
The eyes.
The eyes.
Could have
Stab them eyes.
sworn they were looking.
Of which one? Is he looking at the one I stabbed or something else?
Wait, were they? I don't know. I didn't see.
Oh, I'm looking at where she's looking at. Is she looking at the statue I was
She's looking at
stabbing?
the
Or-
statue, and the eyes seem to be focused, like unfocused, staring in your direction.
No, I throw a dagger at its eye.
Okay. Make me an attack roll. See if you break your dagger.
Not gonna break my dagger. 21.
By rolling a 1. Yeah, so the 21, a pretty good called shot as you're able to. And you see it chips, I think, some of the pupil, where the pupil like dots were. One definitely has a large chunk now missing out of it as a piece of gravel falls at your feet.
Well, it's not alive. Whatever it is.
Of course not. It's stone.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Just, I don't know, respect the dead or something. I don't know.
Billy Bob. Yeah.
Say
You think this
you
was a-
mean?
What does what mean?
Respect the dead.
Right.
Right, but that's how I was raised. You respect the dead. It's just never
Is the
mind.
statue dead?
No, but I mean, it's this abandoned place, maybe. I don't know.
Is it like
Listen.
a grave?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Devin, you know. You've been here.
Listen, whatever your
There ain't
name is.
writing on anything.
There's no writing.
All right, well, listen, whatever your name is.
It's Fauna. We've met.
Whatever your name is.
Okay.
All right, your name ain't worth remembering if I don't have to kill you. All right? Or if you can kill me. Remember that. But leave the grave robbing and the hunting to the professionals. All right?
Fine.
Otherwise, you might be on the menu. You get me?
I get you.
All right. Let's go then.
Okay, I'll lead the way.
You head eastward as you make your way toward this causeway, and you could tell from here that it sort of wraps into some of the brush southward up a hill, and then there is a raised bridge that goes into some sort of fort or keep, or once an estate of the mayoral family that lives here. Pocked throughout the town are these stone cottages, built to last through either the winter or also through maybe just this constant moisture. The thatch, or what once were thatch roofs, are long rotted and gone, or blown over and tumbled into the streets here. There is a sense of mildew and rotting plant life that sort of breezes through this area, which you would probably suspect comes from those once thatch roofs. As you continue to pass slowly downward in this direction, I'm going to move you to this map. And I forgot Bill. Let me go get Bill.
How could you forget me?
I thought I put you here. Let me go grab Bill. And you feel free to click your tokens and move them around as you explore.
I can't move myself.
Of course not. I thought I fixed. It's classic. Classic Meyer token is always broken. Let me
Right.
see. Everyone should have control. Oh, no one has control of Devin.
I can move my own
Right, there you
token.
go.
I can move now.
Perfect. As you start to make your way through, now this is eastward. I set it up wrong, so haha. Get right, everyone. Going east, though it's going south. But yeah, feel free to explore this causeway.
All right, well, lead the way, King of the Blind.
Yeah. Make your jokes and fucking knife you in the back one day.
What was that?
Oh, it's a real pretty town. Look at them cottages, all stone thing.
When you were here,
All right.
I think you were like back here. But when you were here,
Yeah.
I need you all to make perception checks. Advantage this time.
Perception with advantage. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perception is...
10
that's
from
right.
me.
All right.
We got a 10.
Right.
What else?
Well, 15. No. 21. I can math.
Okay. Devin, as you as you're watching Bill, as Bill sort of just like sauntering through. It's exactly sauntering through the down the causeway, maybe kicking some dirt playfully as he sort of makes his way. You notice definitely one of these statues just starts to like you hear a crunching as the head is slowly moving. The eyes are unfocused, but the head is watching. There is an interesting aspect about this, though. It's almost like there are seams in many parts of this of these statues, as if they were built in different parts and then assembled here. There are vines that grow up the backs and around the fronts of these, and almost like the vines are moving the segmented head as it follows you, or follows One-Eyed Bill. But you see this clear as day, Devin.
Right. So the statues are watching us, basically.
Not only watching you. Behind you, at this time, you hear more of a crunching. You turn and you look, and I assume you turn and look. You see one of these statues steps off of the dais that it was on. It looks like, once again, these vines are using whatever arcane strength that, or whatever life magic strength that it has, to lift the stone legs and start to puppet these as it begins to make its way toward you.
By the time I heard the sound of the thing, I would have thrown a knife at it.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack roll. I would like everybody else to roll initiative.
22.
Okay, 22 hits. As you launch a dagger, you turn. Your red cloak dances into the wind or into the fog. Fog also whips, and a plume of it, a plume of the fog then dances around the cloak as you then release a dagger behind you. As it then, what did you roll again? I'm sorry, 21 to hit?
22.
22 to hit. As you are able to, the dagger bounces off of it. Still does damage, I'm sorry, it does hit, so that means it does stick into something that would be soft, which would be probably the vines, the roots that are near this thing. If you could, make me roll some damage for me.
7, and then I guess sneak attack as well, right?
It would not be sneak attack, because it is facing you. 7. Okay. Hold on, I lost all my notes. Which is perfect. Okay. 7 damage.
Right.
As you deal 7 damage, you see the vine that was probably holding its left arm snaps, and then the segmented, broken arm just falls to the ground. The rest of it starts to move, and as almost like the stone arm falling to the ground was to alert and alarm many of the other statues that are in this area. 7 to be, in fact, as they begin to all slide and come to life. What were the initiatives? I'm asking as I'm doing something else.
15 for me.
Okay.
I did not wrong. So initiative is 1d20 plus what?
1d20 plus dex.
Dex mod.
Plus dex mod. All right, that's 3.
Okay. I have to.
So 14.
Why can I add a turn? Am I a player? No. Why can't I add a turn?
You need to select something first.
Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Thank you. Add a turn.
You can just box like the whole group and hit add turn.
I don't want to give them each a turn though. I'll just do this.
I mean, like, you could do just a one and then all of us.
Right. I could have totally done that. This says Lefalges, but that's not who that is. Okay. And that is not Red Devon down there. Red Devon, what did you get?
I got a 14.
14. I got a 12. Bill?
15 from me.
I don't have a great initiative, but that makes sense.
Guys, that's a lot of them.
What? Whoa! What's moving around?
I know, but we're going to see if it bleeds.
Why would they bleed? They're statues.
Just shut up and try.
Okay. All right, Bill, you are up as several of these start to then grind and slide to life as they begin to look at you. Like I said, that stone arm falling to the ground, almost like alarming and waking them all up. They look, all of them, almost in this chorus of grinding stone, over at the fallen hand, and then up at all of you.
I'm gonna just run over here and try to hide as a cunning action.
Okay.
And that will be, let's see, stealth is a +6 for me.
Nice.
So that's a 15 on the stealth.
Okay.
Do they see me?
Some do. Just how many? One
Well,
does.
the reason I ask is so, because I'm going to try and shoot with them on my bow, and I'm curious if I get advantage.
This one is watching you. The others are not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for one that's not noticing me.
Sure.
So, I guess I'll aim for this one.
All right.
And then, I'm going to fire an arrow. And let's see, what do I get for that? That's a +6. All right. 18 to hit. And I guess, yeah, this one. So,
Okay.
actually, no, I have advantage. So, let me try it again.
18 hits.
Oh, yeah, 18. Well, I wanted to see if I got a natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
18. And then, since I had advantage, it's sneak attack.
Okay.
And, this will be 1d8 +4 with my sneak attack as well I need to do. Okay, so 8. Piercing damage, and then, 4d6. Ugh. For another 6.
Wow.
Miserable.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement
I think because they're a little close. I don't like that. And I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna go
Sure.
there.
With an 8, you throw the dagger. I'm sorry.
Oh,
What did you throw?
it's a bow.
Bow. You draw the bow. You launch it forward. It sticks into a vine, sort of like wrapped around its neck.
Crossbow, sorry.
Crossbow as a small bolt is stuck and out, like just sticking out of the vine here, as it then turns to look at you. 8 damage, you said?
Well, would have been 8 plus 6, so 14 total.
14 total. Okay.
That's it.
All right. Red Devon. You're
All
up.
right. Well, as it so turns out, I'm not a PC. Therefore, I've got some NPC bullshit.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to, first of all, look at these guys and go, well, they're made of stone. So I'm going to take a few steps away.
Oh shit, I get 3 ranged attacks.
Hell
Right.
Yeah. Is it
Oh, shit.
multi-attack?
Yeah, it's multi-attack.
Yeah.
This is a light crossbow. It is loading.
However, you're an NPC with NPC bullshit, so...
Yeah, do I just get to keep firing with a crossbow? Because normally I don't.
Yeah, hold on.
You can talk around it, innit?
Gold is plot armor. Let me see.
I mean, I was gonna.
Let me take a look. You have...
Because it's a loading, it's a light crossbow, so normally you can
Wait.
only fire 1.
Yeah.
How many daggers do I have? Do I just have the 1?
You'd probably have several.
All right. Well, if that's the case,
Roll me a d10, and that'll be how many
okay.
throwing daggers you have, or daggers that are intended for throwing. I tried.
That's a 1.
All right. So you have this one dagger.
Yeah, I left the rest of them. I thought I had more, but
Hold on.
perception and all that, you know? Well,
This is
that's
the guy
great.
throwing a dagger and it's shooting.
Yeah, I'm just going to spend the rest of my turn reloading. I don't want to throw that 1 dagger away,
Okay.
do I? That would be stupid.
All right. Okay, it is these turns.
Well, actually, it's my turn still. I never took it.
Oh, right. Duh. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead. Thank you.
Right. Well, I see that this one here is within 5 feet of this one there.
Hmm.
So I'm going to go pull out my my light crossbow, and I'm going to shoot at it.
Okay.
And let me just double check. It's +5 to hit. So it's +5 to hit plus what else? Proficiency, yeah?
Proficiency.
Oh,
Which
it's
is-
whatever it says on the sheet, so it's
Oh,
just
right, that'll have
whatever
it, yeah,
plus.
that'll have it on the sheet.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So in that case, that's 1d20 plus 5. 13. Does that hit?
13?
Yeah.
13, it does hit, but it bounces off the stone.
All right.
Rolling damage would be useless.
Now, based on my character sheet BS,
Uh-huh.
do I have a triple barrel crossbow that I fashioned together?
What it says? Oh, are you trying to...
I've got multi-attack. I've got a sheet,
Okay.
and this sheet needs to be played by the letter.
Okay.
It's got loading, but I
okay.
have multi-attack.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean shit. That's what it says.
I spent 10 minutes Googling while it was your turn to see if I could ask this
Great.
question.
You spent 10 minutes Googling to see if you can ask a question.
I feel...
Right.
I would feel like, and from what I know of Red Devon...
You having a Google, mate?
you having a Google? Red Devon wouldn't have a precious crossbow. Red
Right.
Devon's a cutter.
All right, well, I rolled 10,
Okay.
so I have 10 daggers.
Okay.
So I'm
you
lobbing
just rolled
10
a
daggers.
10. You didn't roll a d10. Can I have inspiration for calling Maya out on all this bullshit?
You may, thank you. It's in the rolls today, you need it. Okay.
That was very Red Devon of him, though.
I mean, I'm just playing the character. Just playing the character. All right. So I've got 2 daggers then, and the crossbow. Right?
Yeah.
So I am still gonna shoot this guy with the crossbow. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Well, you did.
I did 13, yeah. So it dinked off, didn't do much.
Uh-huh.
All right. And I'm actually going to finish the rest of my movement over here and see what happens.
Okay. All right. Oof. Okay. So it is now these statues' turns. The statues are.
I rolled a 10. All right.
I rolled an exact 10. Not a D10. I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 10.
I didn't lie. Our movement should just be here. It totally is. Great. Okay.
Those are some fast statues. Look at them move.
Yeah, they sort of as you start to see the vines start to pull and stamp as it's then they start to move forward as they go to attack. This one is going to attack Sufana with the stone sword that it was wielding breaks free from wherever its hilt was, or at least from whatever position it is, and it starts to then move and crane and then just go down to strike as I rolled into the crevice into the desk, which always results in a cocked die. And those are funny words. What did I get? I rolled a... Okay. And now I'm kind of looking at her sheet. Okay. So this thing goes ahead and it strikes down with this very quick and heavy strike as she screams in pain. She takes some damage. 6 to be exact. Okay. And then this one does the same. It goes to strike her with... a lot of these have... looks like they are soldiers here. There are a couple of griffins, but those are away and may have not heard the stone arm fall. But these all seem to be old soldiers, all carrying these stone short swords. As that hits her... Or she screams again, ah! She's clearly being overrun. This group is clearly being, or these two are clearly being overrun by these statues. This one over here to the right misses as it strikes down. The one to her left misses as well. And this one to her right misses. This one down here goes to strike as well. Oh, these have multi-attack, but I'm going to ignore that this turn. This one down here hits for 4. And this one here is going to go after Rue. And hits for 2. That is their turn. Rue's turn, as Rue goes to is going to take out a scimitar and try to attack. Cool. All right, Rue is going to swipe at this one north of him, or I'm sorry, west of him, and with a flourish, a low flourish, does hit, and because he also has NPC bullshit, 2 times during a short rest, he can choose a bonus action to trip or disarm the target. He is going to trip it And this... Let's make a save and fails. Cool. As it goes ahead and with a sweep, as it was like going to strike her, I think actually what happens is as it strikes and misses Sufana, it Rue goes ahead and leans forward, almost like using the momentum of the swing to tip over this statue, as well as cut some of the vines with the offhand of the scimitar. Rue then has 2 more attacks that we can do onto this person, or this stone person, with advantage. Those are really bad rolls. And only one of those got through. Cool. For 1, as it swipes. Okay, and now it's Sufana's turn. What is she even gonna? Can she even do anything? I think she's going to take the dodge action. One-Eyed Bill, it's your turn.
What are you doing, Bill?
What do you mean, what am I doing? Trying to shoot these freaking things.
Nah, fuck this for a laugh. I'm out of here.
Where you going?
They're done.
You're just gonna leave them?
Yeah, they're done, mate. Look at them.
You can't just leave them behind.
Watch me. What are the names? Go on, tell me.
I don't know. Number 1, number 2.
Fuck them.
Is Devin leaving?
It's your turn. You don't know what I'm doing.
It's your turn.
All right. This one, does it look all chipped?
Yep, it's on the ground. Toppled
It's
over.
on. Yeah, is it still moving?
It is still moving.
What about this one?
Still moving. No chips.
Okay. Yeah. I reckon I'm gonna fire at it.
The one that
And,
saw you before was this one.
Well,
It's the top
doesn't.
one. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
let you know which one it was.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably rush back here. Maybe. No, too far. I'm gonna probably try and see if I can hide behind this bush with a cunning action.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be a 22 to hide. And then I will fire with my crossbow, which is a horrible, horrible weapon to have when you have multi-attack. And then I will I'll try and fire with that.
Okay.
So this will be with advantage. Right, and that'll be 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Yeah. And then that'll be for 12 plus sneak attack. 21 damage.
Okay. 21. Nice.
And then if I see Red Devon running, I'm gonna start running myself.
Okay. Red Devon, it is your turn.
You see? It didn't even crumble. I'm gonna...
Yeah, but it's chipped, isn't it?
They were shit when we got here. I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna shoot my crossbow at the one he shot at.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Alright, so that's 1 d20 plus 5. 21.
That hits.
Alright, and the damage is 1d8 plus 3. There we go. What? /roll 1d8 plus 3. 6 points of slashing, piercing damage.
Yeah, as both of these arrows from One-Eyed Bill as well as yours find purchase on one of the vines sticking into it. Doesn't react or move in pain or anything.
Yeah, no, sod this for a laugh. I'm out of here. And I leave. So I'm going to go, let's see, this way. And I'm out this way.
Okay. All right. Combat continues.
I'm just kind of yelling, "Hey, get out of there!
Bonus action hide.
Run!"
You say you're hiding? Your bonus action hide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying. Don't just leave us. I'll remember you. Maybe. Whatever your name is.
He won't. He definitely won't.
Never do.
You all run towards the coastline and leaving Sufana and Rue to their fate. That's where we're going to take a break. Be back in a few, everyone. Just off of the western coast of Hornlight is a ship. On that ship is Captain Buttocks, several of the Entente crew, and also Lorcan, watching this all unfold through the muck and the trees. There is just shapes and silhouettes through the fog of this skirmish happening right off the causeway.
Hey, boss.
How far away would you say that is, Buttocks?
Well, we could hit it if you need.
I'm asking
It's
you
hard
to
to
gauge
say.
the distance between us and them. Are they just abandoning them?
Looks like it. I would do the same if I were him. Overrun by something. Not sure what. What do you want me to do?
Well, I'd rather we didn't leave Sufana and Rue to die.
Yeah, well, we could get on a boat, get over there. What can you got? You got any something Spellwind we could do?
How far away is it, DM?
How actually far away is it? I would say. Well, let's take a look. Actually, wait, this is the wrong one. Hey, come over here, everyone. This one. Oh, and this is Barokan? Cool. Okay, and why are we here?
Don't do it, Brad. Don't do it.
There we go.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
There we are. So it is. We can measure it. The boat. It's going to be about. Because we're being technical. About 160 feet from you.
Fuck. That's almost close. And they're running, they're chasing after them.
So what you see is both One-Eyed Bill and Red Devon sort of weaving through the brush and through the fog to sort of, and you could definitely see that they are retreating toward the ship.
Come on, Blind King!
All right.
Off in this direction.
You just left him. I guess I left him too.
You're
and Did we
complicit.
see that they're being chased?
Not that you see right now. No.
Oh, okay. Then I have no sense of urgency whatsoever and don't care what they're doing. I'm just watching them fuck around.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably just watching them as they just do their stuff, as they're making their escape, as they probably would.
Wait, are they making their escape?
Well, we're returning to the boat, that's for sure.
As far as I'm concerned,
Red
they
Devon-
look like they're making an escape. Is my question really?
Red
I wonder if
Devon
they're
and
fucking being
One-Eyed
chased
Bill
by-
look like they are making their way through the
Is
brush.
this the scene
back
from
toward
Pirates of the
ship.
Caribbean when he's
I
running
ain't
away
no
from the
Jack
cannibals?
Sparrow.
That's what I'm asking. Is that what's happening right
They're
now?
tactically making a retreat. I don't think that they would be showing any worry and running away like Jack Sparrow with a bunch of stone
All right,
statues.
well then
chasing them.
I'm just watching them from the fucking bow of the ship.
Okay. And you continue to watch as both. Hold, please. Where is there?
The rolls are scrolled up as well.
Oh, as always. Thank you. There we go. And it's probably Devin first. Let's be real. Let's be real. As making their way through the brush is both Devin and One-Eyed Bill. See them just up ahead? The rowboat is just here-ish. Off the coast here.
All right.
Are there any more of them?
Not that I can see. Just keep moving.
I need you to make dex saves.
Dex saves.
Dex saves.
All right.
Oh,
So-
I'm going to re-roll that because I'm
You're
lucky.
a halfling.
So that's what? D20 plus 3,
Not much better.
which is my Dex modifier,
So
right?
9 from me.
You're likely proficient in it because you're an assassin.
So plus 5.
Yeah, plus your
21.
Okay. One-Eyed Bill, as you're running through the brush here, your foot trips and you stumble over a root. You sort of catch yourself, and there is a moment where you're trying to sort of dance and recover from falling. You know, when you fall and you just fall for 5 minutes and then you actually finally fall. That sort of happens here. But as you're sort of doing that extended fall, as you're trying to like regain your balance and still move at a full sprint, the vine that you tripped over snaps to life and grabs your ankle as you are now stuck. As it, and you've got your leg is just like entangled in this this root, and you do hear this Red Devon,
My leg is stuck.
and you turn around and it's not just stuck. There's a vine wrapped around, coiled around One-Eyed Bill's ankle, and you
Yep.
see this Lorcan.
So it is. I'll
Or at
keep
least
running.
You see them stop. Okay.
No, I didn't stop.
No. Okay. You see One-Eyed Bill stop. Okay.
I like turn to buttocks. Are they running from something?
I can't quite see.
Very well.
I
Any of
think
you
so.
with bows, ready your weapons. I shout to the varying crew members.
They start
I
to
tighten the grip on my staff and just continue to watch.
as they start to, you start to hear several of them draw their bows and load their crossbows as they crank them forward, and Buttock starts to then make his way over toward, and you feel, Lorcan, as he does step up onto the side of the ship and sort of lean out forward. A lot of weight just starts to move the ship ever so slightly as he tries to...
Get a better angle. I can't quite. Is it stuck? Bill's stuck. Bill's not moving.
I want to, I see they see me seeing Bill, so I'm gonna, as I'm running, I want to jump, turn around, and throw 2 daggers towards the root, grabbing his ankle.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
All right, so that's D20 plus a dagger, which is 5 to hit. All right, so let's see. I know how to roll and roll 20.
Classic Red Devil.
Right. So one's a 6 and one, so natural 1 and a, I guess that would be a 19.
So would you be prone if you're tied? If you're entangled? Or are you just
My guess is restrained.
restrained? Thank you.
Right.
That was the condition I was looking for probably the reason you think. Where is it? Restrained. You have advantage on hitting One-Eyed Bill. You also have sneak attack.
Well, I
You have
mean,
advantage.
right, well, to be fair, if he's surprised by it, I don't govern sneak attack. He's been snuck. And I suppose the dagger's
Is
gonna,
that how-
instead of...
if you have advantage, you get sneak attack.
Right,
I
that's
guess you
correct.
Choose, though.
If I have advantage, I have sneak attack.
All right.
And the way I would see sneak attack is a sneak attack is an attack done sneakily, and the damage is dealt because the person isn't looking forward to it or doesn't expect it.
Okay.
So I'm happy to sneak attack damage him if you want me to, because I got a natural 1, and I'm aiming this throwing knife towards his leg. If I miss, he's only little. It's going to get him in his, like, femoral artery. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to reach for my dagger, and I'm trying to stall away at the vine.
Okay,
So I'm not really paying attention.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and so one of them hits. So give me the dice roll for you hitting the vine first, and then we'll deal with the other one.
All right, so the vine is a 1d4 plus 3. All right, so
Actually, I'm sorry. No, this is your critical. Your failure was first, which usually
Right.
ends your plan of attacks or your tier of attacks. So let's just go ahead and roll the sneak attack damage for One-Eyed Bill.
all right, so that's 1d4 plus 3 for the actual attack, which is 5.
5 piercing.
And then the sneak attack damage would be 4d6. So it's going to be slash roll 4d6.
Slash 46.
Oh, well, you're lucky. 12.
So 17 total damage. Slices into
What are you doing?
Helping you. Now run!
I can't help you if I'm bleeding to death.
I'll do more bleeding over here. This way. Ungrateful.
I'm
ass.
so attached to this bloody vine.
Easy. I threw the
each
other
other,
dagger at
but-
the thing.
What was it, boss?
Are they fighting each other?
No, it doesn't look like it, Amy. Oh, yeah, just hit him. He's bleeding. Oh, he's bleeding real bad. Bill! Hey, man! What are you doing? Bill!
Running!
Something.
Why are you running?
I want to keep running.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to saw away at the vine, trying to get me foot out.
What about my second thrown weapon?
your second?
Because that was
throw,
a 14.
you did not ever throw
It
it.
was a night.
Why? It's 2 separate throwing weapons. Why would it stop with the natural one with the first one?
Because that's usually how we do it. If there is
Is
a,
it?
Yeah, if there's a crit one, we usually that ends the turn.
Okay.
So I mean, you still have the knife.
Okay. All right. I've been an artificer this entire time, so it's my first time.
It's okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we've been doing. We've been If like crit rolls ends the turn, so it's like, oh, I've got multi attack. Well, you just fucked up. So
Right. Okay.
you also this homebrew is your AC is reduced by 1. Bill.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
But he crit failed.
Yeah. Normally
Right,
it's
it
the
wasn't a
weapon.
crit hit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Thank you. You're right. All right. Cool. All right.
Nah, get fucked, Bill. You're dead.
No,
You're done.
It wasn't a crit. You're right. It was a sneak attack. Okay. So make me an athletics. You make me an athletics, Bill, for sawing away or survival, I guess. I'm trying to break away.
I don't have any of those things, so I'm just gonna roll.
All right, strength it is.
19.
Not bad. Okay, you are able to try to saw through, and you are able to pry your foot free, or your leg free.
Let me start running.
Okay.
You're gonna be one eye and one leg. Come on.
Yeah, keep laughing.
Okay. And yeah, you move probably up to here. The boat is like here-ish. As you begin to time passes, excuse me, as you make your way up onto the boat. And there is both Buttocks and Lorcan.
What happened?
What is going on?
Nothing good.
There's some crazy statues there. They came to life with vines and whatnot. And they got the others.
It weren't the statues. It was the vines.
Yeah, statues, vines, whatever. They were moving around.
It's like the trees over there. They were moving things to make them fight for them.
Trees.
Right. Trees.
You couldn't handle a few trees?
You want to try? You want to be a gardener? I'm a killer, not a gardener.
Do you suspect this is why this place is uninhabited now?
No shit.
It's probably not too nice of a place to live if the trees is coming alive and grabbing statues. Unless you want to just burn the whole place down.
I'll do that.
That's an option, but perhaps there is another way.
Oh yeah, what are you thinking this time, big brain? Another bright idea?
Well, mayhap we can turn the trees to our cause.
How's that? You speak wood?
You want me to bribe them?
If we can figure out a way to live nearby or indeed harmoniously with the trees, then we have ourselves a perfect defensive system, do we not? Look at the state of you two.
Well, I was fine, except for Red Devon and his
What do you mean by
shit
that?
aim.
What do you mean by that?
I did see that.
Your aim is shit.
What do you mean by that?
Is that what happened?
It's not really up for debate or
Do you want
any
to see
sort of-
my aim? I'll step up to him.
Is that a sight joke
Do you want to
again?
repeat that?
I said you can't throw a bloody knife.
I attack his leg with my dagger.
I will immediately try to hold my dagger right as balls.
Go ahead and give me 2 dexterity.
Initiative?
checks. Yeah, initiative. Yeah, initiative will work. That makes sense. Give me initiative.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And that was your 9, Meyer?
Right, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack.
Mine's a
You
6.
got the 6. Okay. Go ahead and make me that attack roll.
All right.
You're throwing your last.
I ain't throwing it. I'm stabbing
you're
him.
Stabbing. Okay.
Slash roll. What was it? Double check again.
Mhm.
On my daggers, 1d4 plus 3.
You gotta see if
One,
you hit first.
Oh, right, of course. Slash. All right, then. Slash.
He narratively said he's
1d20.
really accurate.
Ha!
Wow. Okay, so a critical failure.
I told you can't aim.
See what happens.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. You
Do I nick the tip? And he rethinks it.
Yeah, I think you go to attack, but you sort of fumble a bit. But I think that you lose your initiative, and you are able to, or you stumble into.
I succeeded the initiative, but I think the attack itself failed. And he was in the way with his weapons. So maybe perhaps I get hit because, yeah, I'm going to take a strike to the groin.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. Yep.
Right.
As you sort of, it's like yeah, exactly. As you go to attack and sort of lose the momentum, and then with that, you take Bill's dagger damage.
Right, but as per your rules with Spellwind as well, my dagger's now lost some.
Yes, it is.
So how do you? Yeah, how do we explain that away?
Your damage is a D4, so it reduces
Right.
one die pool, which means now it's just blunt. It's a
Right.
blunted.
So what happened
or you
to
throw it? I think you go to stab and it falls overboard. Plunk. And in this moment, as you're sort of watching this dagger fly off into the distance, or overboard, then that's when one-eyed Bill gets under you.
Fuck.
Goes for the old.
Oh, you still want this then? Huh?
Do you still have any of the vines?
What? What vines? Oh,
Like I said, I'm not a gardener.
Well, you
you
said you cut
sure?
them, did you not?
You don't want to trim?
Just you wait, Bill.
The vines.
Right, vines. Well, they're back there, ain't they?
I'm like looking at his ankles to see if there's any like attached to him or anything still.
The way he cut it, there might be, because it was wrapped around and he
there's not.
severed it. All right.
No, there's not. After moving, and I think in panic, you would still have probably kicked it off. But it wasn't like latching on with life. As
Like Brad seeing a spider.
Exactly.
He wants to go back for it or what?
And it was the vines or it was the statues?
It
Right,
weren't the
maybe both.
statues. I don't think so. Can I make
You
an
don't know
insight
that.
check?
Yeah, give me an
I know,
insight.
but
Everybody
I've
give
got-
me also a history check. Lorcan, give me one with advantage.
All right, what's history? I've got an NPC sheet.
That's great. Wisdom, I think. You're recalling something.
What's wisdom?
Scratching my fleas.
All right. 9 is for...
21.
Okay.
9's the history, and what the other one?
You were making an insight, I think.
All right, and insight is what?
Wisdom, I believe.
Wisdom?
Wisdom again, all right, so it's another 1d20. 12.
And what were you inciting on? What were you attempting to?
Well,
incite them about?
Maya thinks it's just the vines, but what does Devon think?
Devin thinks that with a 12, I think he'd probably think it's probably just the vines, or it could be you've been here before and you were undisturbed.
Right. Well, I think it's the vines, because I stabbed one in the face, nothing happened, and then when we were fighting him,
Yep.
the vines were moving things around, and
Yeah, I think you're
Billy
enough
Boy over
information.
here got his ankle grabbed by a root as well without no statue.
Totally, I think it was 100% the vines, and yeah, you have enough information to know that. Yes.
Right.
As for Lorcan, you got a 21 on your history. Yes.
Yeah.
You do know of, you do know and have heard of a group that has traveled north known as the Briar Coven. They stopped by Galfish some time ago. They said they were moving past the Spearway. There was a group of women, 3 of them. They seemed kind enough.
Coven suggests witches.
What are you mumbling about?
You are.
Right. Well then, I suppose I shall head ashore then. Buttocks, you stay with the ship. And can you walk, William?
Alright.
I'll be just fine. Got a little bit of a nick, you know, but at least my package is still intact.
Very well. I begin to head ashore. And as we start approaching, like, the foliage, I am looking to these two and saying, I need a vine or
Am I
perhaps
here?
even a statue. It's not there.
Well, there's probably a vine around here somewhere. I
Right.
cut one.
Yeah. Am I here, DM?
Are you?
I don't know. My package has been severed in twain. I want to know.
I didn't sever it. I just said, you know, a little nick the tip. Just a little.
It's up to you. Did you disappear? I don't know.
It depends on what damage I took. Did I take some?
You took 5, I think. I think was what was rolled. Yeah, you took 5.
All right.
During that entire thing, by the way, I was super distracted and didn't even watch you bickering and fighting. I was just...
Yeah, probably trying.
So the pickpocket didn't take my sack. Got it. All right. I'm with them then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looking for a stick.
There's none on the boat, at least from the shore. No.
All right. Looking about. Well, how close to shore are we? Not too close that none of them roots can come and anchor us, right?
No.
All right.
I'm straight up going ashore, by the way. I don't know how we get ashore.
You just sort of.
but
There is
just a
a
rowboat.
Like a dinghy.
Small
There's a
rowboat.
dinghy.
I'm in the boat.
Okay. You sort of made your way, stepped over the board onto the boat, and sort of waiting to be lowered down.
Before I get bored, I want to take more daggers. As many daggers as I can carry.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's my
Is there
way
a
after
bow
all.
aboard, maybe? One that's, you know...
Roll me a d20.
Not so cross.
Yeah. Roll me a d20 for your daggers, and you can totally trade out a bow with a crossbow. Or a
Okay,
crossbow.
I don't have to make a roll.
Yeah, there's people here that can. Great, yeah, you found 3 daggers.
On top of my 0. Great.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
I'm trying to be generous. It's just you're rolling horribly.
Billy, do you have any daggers?
Now you want him to roll it?
Daggers? Of course
Yeah.
I got daggers. You think I didn't bring no daggers?
How many did you bring?
I just got the one.
Aboard the boat, I mean in umpty.
You think if I had daggers aboard the boat, I'd give you more of them? I saw the way you threw that dagger. You hit me right in the spleen.
Your spleen isn't where your thighs.
Well, whatever. Whatever's there. The stomach, then.
Fuck.
Lower you down. You're going.
Buttocks is sort of leaning over by the rowboat port dock, whatever the thing is, the thing that lowers them down.
I'm staring at these two.
Yeah, I just hit the switch, you know, with my boot. I just kick it and
Okay.
bring the boat down.
Are you in the boat, or were you?
Yeah,
outside?
I'd be,
Okay, you're in.
yeah.
Okay.
I'd be Jack Sparrowing my way down, you know, grabbing a rope.
Sure. Landing next to you is One-Eyed Bill.
Just the 2 of ya.
Well, I don't know. Red
Three of
Devon's
ya.
faffing about on the boat.
Hey, Devin, you going?
Of course I'm going. I just need a dagger. Fuck. I jump on.
All right. You make your way across.
Now, it's around here someplace. Where's that vine?
Why not just take any vine?
Well,
It's like
that's
the
what I
whole-
mean. It's got to be around here someplace.
It's a forest. It's everywhere.
Well, then go grab one.
You're closer.
You scared?
No?
Oh, he's scared. He's scared, boss.
You scared of daggers?
When they're aimed at my spleen, yeah.
Think you'll get a vine. I'll make sure the old man's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, just like the others.
What was that?
Will you hurry up?
Oh, what
Only
was
the
that? Come
vine
on.
that you cut.
You ran to.
Yeah, but you ran first.
Yeah. And? I'm alive, ain't I?
As you say that, I need you to make dexterity saves.
All of us?
Yes. No. Lorcan, you do not.
20.
I'm alive, ain't 9.
Okay. At this moment, as Lorcan, you see this only. You see that there has been blood that has been dribbling down the leg of Red Devon throughout this. Just a couple spots here, a couple spots there. Also, blood is being drawn from the leg of One-Eyed Bill. And as you're sort of watching and meandering your thoughts, and you're just observing all of this, and these two are bickering, at this moment, like a thorned root starts to then, from where this blood trail is, starts to then worm its way up the trail, connecting the dots of these spurts of drops of blood from the wound from Red Devon's fleshy fun bridge, as you are able to see the root start to then vine and snake up the leg of Red Devon. And Red Devon, you feel, burrowing into the wound, this thorny vine, sort of pinning you in
The tip of
place.
your penis.
Pinning you in place as you just feel like going through your groin and sort of up and by your spine, this vine. Lorcan, you saw that the worming of this vine do that, at least go and disappear up the pant leg of Red Devon. One-Eyed Bill, you just see Red Devon sort of stop. Oh, we're still alive, we're still alive, aren't we? And then he just starts screaming in pain, and it looks like that he's sort of stopping in this excruciating pinning movement of this vine. You look down, you see that the ground is moving and writhing, much like a snaking of a vine, so through the muck.
There's vines everywhere, Lorcan!
Yes, perfect. I stab the stave that I have into the ground near one of the vines in the hopes that it coils up the stave.
As you do, you stab, and you sort of wait, and it just doesn't. It's sort of they are still interacting, and up with Red Devon's pant leg, as well as you start to notice that there is some movement of this worming vines towards the trail of blood that both that One-Eyed Bill had left as well.
While I feel my faculties leaving me, I'm going to try and reach into my cloak and pull out 3 daggers and throw them at Bill in the face.
Right.
If I'm gonna die, I'm killing something with me.
As you have disadvantage, but you try your best to throw
Right.
3 daggers. As this happens, Lorcan, you stab the ground. Nothing responds. Like I said, though, you do start to see the worming of the blood pools. What is going on?
He said I should roll with disadvantage.
Oh, with all of them. Okay.
Right, with all of them.
Okay. I see what's happening. All right.
So 4, 8, 4, 8. But that's 5 each time, so it's like 9,
So 18,
13.
9, and 8.
No, it's a disadvantage, so screw the high numbers.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. So 15, 4, and 8. Okay. What's your AC, Bill?
Oh, it's a 14.
Okay, so one of them
Right.
hits.
They all miss. They're all with disadvantage, right?
Oh,
so I
disadvantage.
take the 3 lowest numbers.
One's a 15.
Yeah, but that's a high number. I'm taking the 3 lowest numbers because they're all with disadvantage, no?
Oh, I was doing the first 2, and the second 2, and then the third 2.
I mean, that works too.
Yeah, so like 1 hits, second, and the other 4 don't.
All right. That works for
The
me.
other eye!
God.
Yep.
The dagger just.
It's for your own good.
It's for your own good. Roll me damage.
All right. Let's roll 1d4 plus 3. So natural 1 for damage. So it's 4 points of damage. However, he didn't see that coming.
Okay.
So 18 points of sneak attack damage.
Jesus.
I bring the staff over quickly to Red Devon and say, "Take the staff quickly. Do you want to live?"
I go for it.
I turn him into gas. He
Turn
transmute him into a
gas.
gaseous form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I literally just cast gaseous form on him, and he just
Roll me
Turns to-
an Arcana.
gas. Oh yeah. I guess it doesn't matter. It's just for the d20. 6.
Okay.
I've done this loads of times to him before, just so you guys know.
Mhm.
You are just your only method of movement is flying a flying speed of 10 feet. And other than that, you have resistance to like everything, and you can float around for a while. And you're going to stay like this for an hour, but it's a concentration spell, so it's as long as I keep you this way. And then I just look immediately to how much damage has been done to One-Eyed Bill this time.
No, I'd Bill.
No, I Bill.
Has he actually lost another eye?
Yeah, the other one went into his eye. He's got an eye patch and then a dagger now in his eye. He's screaming.
Hang on. I don't think there's anything I can do.
Oh, well, sorry, Bill.
I just say, you know what I do? I fucking try and I'm leaving Bill screaming. I take one of the daggers from the ground. Can I try and attempt to cut a piece of the vine off?
Yeah. The vine is still there. As it sort of wriggles and as it starts to then try to coil or recoil back into the ground. Bill, I need you to make another dexterity save at disadvantage.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
All right, that's a 16.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I suppose I'd still take the lower one. So it'd be a 6.
You rolled. Okay, I see. You rolled a 2 and a 1. Got it. So you got a 6. Okay. At this moment, you now feel a burrowing in your femoral artery, or at least close to it. Where my stomach. Where you now, and Lorcan, at this moment, you see that following the blood trail is this wormy vine. As it then starts to create its way, or find its way up through the pant leg, not up the sleeve like red, I want to say like Crimson Devon, Red Devon, but on the outside of the pants, the vine starts to then find its way into the wound from the dagger, and
Can I cut that one?
you got that one.
I do cut it? Or?
You can cut it. Yeah, go ahead and give me an
Yeah,
attack.
that's what I'm doing. 12.
Yeah, you're able to. You cut it. It's still sort of like a worm being cut in half. It's still going to writhe and move, but the rest of it is still going to continue trying to. The blunted part starts to then try to burrow into the wound, making it's not sharp and it's not piercing through. It's now just this stump of a vine now pressing against the wound, One-Eyed Bill, as it still tries to burrow into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm
flailing and trying to run in whatever direction.
I'm trying to pull the thing away and wrap it in my cloak, in my robe.
Give me a strength check.
Like a fucking snake.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, unable to. As you go to grab it, it's not budging. It's like a snake, and a strong one. It is. It starts to then resist, and it's heavy, and 2, the strength is just too much. You aren't able to peel it off of One-Eyed Bill.
For crying out loud.
I think they got me.
I push him back into the rowboat.
He's pinned.
Oh, he's caught?
Yeah, he's
Fucking
caught.
By the one that I've cut, or there's others?
By the one that you've cut. No, there's others that are holding, but there's still that one that's trying to burrow into his leg. Though you've removed the needle portion of this vine, it's still trying to.
Can I do this? I don't want to do this.
I'm just furiously like clawing at the vine and trying to reach for my dagger and trying to cut it myself, like trying to get it.
What is this going to cost me? God damn it.
Think is Lorcan, as you say.
No, I can do this. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
No, as you say, what is this going to cost me?
It's a casting time of an hour, dude. You're kidding.
You are, we are taken.
I leave him.
Just leave. As you say,
Yeah, I'm getting on the rowboat.
What is this going to cost me? And as you start to turn, we are taken back. The academy. Up ahead or above you, Ty. This scene, this story was played out by the aurora of the night sky above. And you sort of snap out of it for a moment.
Fucking hell. Hornlight, eh?
I broke my cameras. There we go.
Fuck him. Who needs cameras?
Oh no, it needs hey, that was that's gonna be the end. That's the end. That's the end, everyone. Sorry.
Yeah.
Got super distracted.
Do you know what is the
fix
most
this.
difficult thing
That
to
has ever happened?
roleplay ever?
What's that, Brad?
Is the way that Myth has displayed Lorcan so far is that Lorcan never fucking casts his spells. I was like, I could save them. I could probably do something here. But straight up, we've never seen Lorcan fucking whirl up a fucking fireball before in times that we've needed to. So
Right.
fucking that's what he doesn't do it. you know? So I was like, his mentality must be like, save yourself or something. So I was trying not to use any of his spells. Like, there were so many points there I could easily have just fucking saved those two. And it's fucking horrible. And it's such I was like, that's such a horrible commander thing to do. You know? Just not use the nuke.
Right.
You know?
He also has been super stunned this whole episode, too, which with whatever it may be. So, like, him being slow to react was pretty cool, too, just to see.
Well, I was trying to do something. I don't know if you want me to tell you or not.
Yes, because
he has a spell called Legend Lore, and I was going to cast that, and it's a casting time of 10 minutes, and it essentially brings to your mind a brief summary of significant lore about the thing. And I was like, if I can just get one of the vines, I can learn everything about them, and then see whether we can use that to our advantage. If not, I was going to just fireball the area.
Burn it off. Yeah.
And then I also have Fabricate, so he could literally, like, I was literally just going to be like, and then we have a fucking home, to live in. And it's so funny that he didn't do any of those things. He just went, why are you two fighting? And then they basically kill each other. And then, but I like it because it's that kind of like, because he's kind of like a commander as much as he is a whatever the fuck he is. He's like a terrorist cell leader, but he's also a militant. He does it in a militant way, but very like guerrilla military, aren't they, the Entente? So, I guess, he just like the cost of life is just not as big of a deal to him, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was awesome.
He definitely wouldn't care about Red Devon, I don't think.
Seeing you play Lorgan was super cool. Today. And thank you also, Whack and Meyer, for bringing both One-Eyed Devon and Red
Chat,
Devon.
none of us knew we were doing this. None of us knew this.
I would just like to
brings
point
it up
out,
like an hour before we start.
Yeah. Myth messaged us. I had no idea if we were doing a flash, like just a meanwhile scene or like a flashback.
That would be fun.
So I was.
But you knew an hour before that you two were going to play those characters, because I didn't know I was playing Lorcan until he just went, "You're Lorcan," and I was like, "I am."
That's why we had our outfits.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to tell Brad. I think this will be funny.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it too much, but it was like, whoa, okay. And I also wasn't sure if I'd quantum leaped into Lorcan's body or if I was actually Lorcan. So,
yeah.
And obviously there was some like blending, so I thought I'd leave that.
Awesome. I mean, they're also related, so there would be blending probably.
I also
I
remember
love the idea that, like, go on.
Like absolutely nothing about Bill, like at all. I knew we had. I think we had one scene with Bill.
Maybe
when we were doing the boat attack.
Yeah. I was like, you can play as Toothless Wes or Bill, and then
I'm just like,
and then I'll be Bill. And then I was like, good, because I just remembered that Toothless Wes didn't make it through that boat attack. So never mind. So this whole scene and everything that's happened here was because of the GM turn that I need to do a couple of them because 3 months has passed. So I need to do actually 3 of them because back in the background behind the scenes, all these factions are still sort of warring and trying to take control of this crusade that's happening. Meanwhile, the players are playing through the spine and through this area. So this was a thing that happened last time during one of my GM prepisodes, and I was like, "That's really, like more stuff has happened." Spoilers: Red Devon and One-Eyed Bill don't make it.
I'm made of gas right now.
I figured out.
Also gassy, okay? That doesn't make you special.
Another thing that's interesting
so I was
is
like,
that
this would be really cool to see how this sort of happened. I did, of course, plan something else.
You have
be great.
your offline Patreon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also have an offline Patreon,
which you can find at patreon.com/Spellwind.
That's right.
But that is set up here near the spine,
it's
right?
up here now too. Yeah, they're up toward Draco's Reach.
Like, there's a weird chance that the
that
offline people could fucking wander into these guys and find and run into Lorcan, and what does that mean?
Find the
how does that
severed
affect?
penis of Red Devon.
Of course. Yeah, that's true.
It's like
there's-
Wert's leg in Diablo.
yeah, exactly. There's tons of gold that comes out of it. But yeah, there is now, or at least during this turn or whatever it may be, there is now the Entente port outside of this ruined silent town of Hornlight. But yeah, they're super close. They're up in Draco's Reach, which is here.
Lore.
No, this isn't it. Anyway, someone else do some shout outs. Let's do some shout outs and talk about today and all that stuff while I do this. Meyer, you're first.
Today was cool. Again, I wasn't expecting to be Red Devon today. Luckily, I had this little Red Riding Hood thing going on here and this old red robe from a long time ago. But yeah, places. But yeah, like it was cool to basically be a character that I had. I mean, like, I didn't really think about like how to do the voice or the accent. So the first thing I said, I immediately regret, and I was like, okay, now I have to stick with this bad whatever I've done for like the rest of the episode. But I loved it. I loved the interactions between myself and Whack, and of course also like Brad's Lorcan, like, you know, being this stray dog character or whatever, and like having this like, you know, always like this measuring match almost, but also knowing that they can't do anything because this guy has fireball. It was really cool to like, you know, be that character. I've never played a character like this before, but I've always like seen them in like movies and shows and that kind of thing. It was just nice to get in that headspace for a bit, although I felt like it was kind of bleeding into being the player as well. I was kind of thinking as Red Devon a tiny bit. But yeah, like it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Also, I have to say that I think during my entire time with Table Story, I think I've only properly broken character maybe twice or thrice. I think the only consistent thing with all that is that Wax Steven is the reason why I've broken character.
And now he's going to try and do it every week, and you've just single-handedly destroyed the campaign.
No. That's it. It loses its potency then.
Yeah.
I have to do it once in a while.
Right. I mean, like, sometimes it's just like, it's not even intended. Like, I almost died when he screamed after I threw the deck. Oh, man.
It was very good.
Geez. But yeah, it was great. So yeah, that was enough about me in the episode. My name is Meyer. I played Red Devon today. On other days, you can see me as, I suppose, Red Meyer, where I, you know, play video games. Right now I'm doing a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 roleplay stuff, as well as Star Citizen stuff, just covering the development of the game, not really playing it as much anymore. But yeah, RP, SC, that's what I do. Played a really cool game the other day, but it's no longer out because it's in beta, so I don't know why I brought it up. So next it's going to be Wax Steven.
There it is. Nice. Passing the ball.
Hey everybody, I'm Wax Steven, and I have 2 balls, unlike Devin. And I thank you everybody for watching today. It was fun playing a very stupid, silly halfling character. I hope you enjoyed it today. It's fun doing these episodes sometimes, and just getting out of our
Only
comfort zone and whatnot. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you so much as always for joining us. If you want to check out some more stuff that I do, I have a show called 100 Club that is on this channel on Mondays at 1 p.m. Eastern. I've also promised a new trailer for the new show that I'm working on, which will be coming soon. But we have a new show that's premiering this Saturday. That is season 3 of Leech, but it's still new. So yes, it's it's definitely a show that you can jump into fresh, even if you haven't watched the other 2 seasons, and go back and like watch those if you want. So check that out. That's Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, Brad.
Yep.
Okay. He doesn't know. He just agreed with me.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never heard of Leech.
So check that out. And after Leech premieres, I'll probably have that trailer for you. So keep an eye out open for that.
Look at you.
Thank you, Ag. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything you do here for the channel, and thanks for bringing, like I said once again, bringing were One-Eyed Bill. I keep getting you both confused. One-Eyed Bill to life today. It was dope. Thank you.
Wasn't alive for very long, was I?
But it was great. Thank you. Brad?
Hello there. I played Tythair Veridis and his uncle Lorcan Veridis today, in a surprise twist to even I, which was interesting to have to shift my mind quickly from, like, into the character of Lorcan, who I like kind of understand, but didn't expect to play. Yeah. So it was weird to kind of like be like, oh, hang on, I need to be pretty fucking cold. Like, he's ice cold, you know? The notes that I sent, this is the only notes that I had a long time ago, and since then they've just been myths NPC. I wrote Lorcan Veridis, late 50s, uncle, tall, stern-looking, but deep down, has a kind heart, forever busy, relentlessly busy, has a very stern side, borderline nasty, can be very cold. And I was like, that plus the way that we've seen Myth play him so far, I have to invent now. Just like, didn't even think. And
it was awesome. It was so good.
And so yeah, but it was really fun to think of and to explore. And like, I kind of understand this character, but we don't, you know, I don't know. We've always seen him from Ty's side, so I was like, is there a way to show another side of him? Not really. But it was cool. And also the beginning scene with Ty and Smith was
Love that.
really
Was so fun.
Yeah, because I think Ty, it's hard when we have these scenes with Ty and Smith, because Ty sort of, he sort of respects Smith, but also really doesn't respect him, because he just sees Smith as sort of like a dog, and he kind of he's like, am I the same as that? And he's like, I don't want to be like that guy, but then also like, or do I? And they've both been on a similar journey, I think, of like disconnecting themselves from their past. And I think they're actually at the point now, especially since they've probably been having more, the whole campaign we've seen them, there hasn't been a lot of downtime. They've been constantly on the move. And I was like, well, it's been like 3 months. So they probably actually have had like dinner and shit and had more normal conversations. So I actually opened him up a little bit quite quickly and was like, hey, do something for yourself, by the way. Because Ty is also like, I might never see them ever again after this. He's like, I'm leaving and I might not ever see any of them. So maybe I should just be like, so that was awesome. Interesting to have that conversation with Smith. But yeah, we'll see what Ty does next time. And yeah, this was really fun to do. We did it because PB has pneumonia, which is equal parts terrifying and hysterical.
It's very new.
How do you go outside and get pneumonia immediately? And she needs to rest, so we forced her to take the evening off and do this kind of like flash sideways-ish.
A side flash.
Yeah, so make sure you go and find and follow PB as well, because she wasn't here and she is around, kind of, but shouldn't be. And yes, Leech is on Saturday, which again, like Wax said, is a new season with new characters and a new storyline, but it is the 3rd time we've played Vampire the Masquerade in the same setting, in the same city. So each season has new characters and different people in the exact same city and setting with the same lore, and is usually set like in-game
like
in years.
Seasons. Like
Since the last
series.
one. So anything that the previous characters did potentially affects what happens to these new characters as they show up. This one's going to be really interesting. I think there's an interesting twist on it. Some people have been talking about it in the Discord, but if you want to watch some Vampire the Masquerade, that is on Saturday. New show, and that's it. I'm playing Assassin's Creed on my channel. I hate it, but it's
no, you don't.
Fun. I hate it and I like it. It's like just the worst game, but
Which one?
it's
Black
just
Flag?
so yeah, it's terrible.
It's the one where I was like,
the story's so stupid, nothing happens, and they're all exactly the same. And yet at the same time, it's kind of like, yay, jump on a man and stab him in the spine. Whee, I'm in a boat. So that's kind of the game, which is what I'm playing on my channel. And That's it. My dog's going crazy, and it's been going crazy this whole episode, by the way, Myth. And I've been muting him, and I don't even know how I did it successfully, but I've muted him so many times.
Thank you so much.
There are points when I was just standing there like this, but he was going fucking crazy in the background, and I was muted. Like, oh my god, please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me, please don't talk to me.
Well, thank you so much. I
And,
recognized that, and I just wanted to say
It's the worst when you
you're
have
a
shit
saint.
going on. And you're like, all right.
All right. Peace out. But everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the weird, awkward outros. Every time we like swap into outro mode, it's always weird because I'm like still in production mode, and then we're like, oh, we're here. It's just weird. It fucking sucks. Anyway, but thanks everybody for being here and watching. Thanks for watching Spellwind. It's been 2-3 weeks since we played. Because I was on vacation, and I hope you all enjoyed Oracle's Rest last week.
Look at this guy.
one of
Fucking
these.
vacations.
Look at him be able to go on vacation.
Able to, yeah, it was a surprise.
Son of a...
Yeah, it was great, and I highly recommend it. Yeah. Anyway, so no idea. You all launched me into a different thing. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'm lost.
Patreon.
On Patreon.com/Spellwind. You could also follow me on Twitter.com/Mythomatic, where you can see what I'm up to when I'm up to stuff. I am going to be doing some ESO with the guild later. That's Elder Scrolls Online, because I love it, and I was shit on so much by a lot of the Table Story friends about Final Fantasy, and I'm trying to get them to play ESO, and they just won't. So I'm going to play with other people. So get fucked.
And he's playing Detective Barbie 2, The Vacation Mystery tomorrow.
That's it. That's
on his
tomorrow
stream.
on my channel. Yep, subs only.
And if he doesn't play it, hold him to it.
That's the one. But be well, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Tell great stories, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Yes.
Thank you, voices. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.